Okay, here we are. Hopefully everything's coming through just fine. Sound check. Sound check. Check. 1, 2. Okay. So we are now getting started with our Sunday evening live chat. Randy and Tammy show. Uncensored.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, well, I'm not seeing anybody in the live, but we'll go ahead and get started. We this was a this was a week that was, well, I'll start off. I had surgery this week,
Yeah.
and I also got prepared for our ham radio winter field day. So I did that, and I've got a video that I will be putting together for the field day for the ham radio thing, and y'all like it. It'll be a pretty cool video. But let me ask you: is that screen coming in like it should? Is that full? Is that a full screen? Miranda, I see that you're there. If you could let me know if that's a full screen or if Tammy's got kind of cut off, because I'm seeing a little
Well, but
bit
this
different.
screen,
Well,
we're
that
fine.
screen is fine, but that
Well,
one,
that's the screen that's live, right?
well, that's actually the live screen. But we got, um, I guess I can adjust that. There we go. That works, right?
I don't
Okay.
know.
I think so. So I'll restore the chat. Guys, you're just going to have to bear with us. We're not, we're not professional. I don't have full crew here.
We don't have any crew.
I don't have any crew. It's all good over here. Quality of the picture good. It looks like the screen's froze over there.
Yeah, Wanda says she sees us.
Wanda says she sees us. It's just, oh, the chicken lady. I see. Are we, yeah. Are we I made some adjustments to the stream. We did get Starlink hooked up. I don't know if it's performing well or not, but I did set the delay to like practically nil. And I also set it to 1080p. So, how is all that working out?
So far so good.
Bit rate is lower than the recommended rate. We would recommend, but if it's coming through, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll check the bit rate and all that crap later. But yeah, I had this has been, I guess, one of those weeks that as far as like trying to get a video out, I've been wanting to do some video work. I got a lot of it done, just not put together. We've been working on those traps, and I got to get that all out of the way so that we have more time. And then Thursday, Friday, I had preparation for surgery, and then yesterday, we went out, set up for the ham radio field day. I was out there again today, and so I got back this afternoon. I am wore slap out, and I know Tammy is too.
I'm tired.
She's out here in the cook shed working all day and in the camper trying to get it all cleaned up. Her sister came over and volunteered to help her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had,
bless her heart.
Yeah, so she had some motivation.
Yeah.
To to get rolling, and some company.
Yeah.
And somebody help her get it done. Right. Yep, that's what she needed.
Right. Yeah. You just need a little push.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and tell about what you've been up to today while I sit over here and.
Well, that is what we did. We cleaned all day.
What did you clean?
Well,
I seen you doing a little bit of work back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We worked on trying to move stuff around up here to make more room and just stuff in there. And same thing in the camper, you start setting stuff here and setting it there and setting it there, setting it there, and everything's out. And so it always looks cluttered. And I'm just like, So anyway, my little sister is really good at organization. She loves, it's like putting a puzzle together for her. And so she went through all my cabinets and do you really need this? Nope. Do you really need that? Yep. Do you really need that? Nope. And she went through and redid all my cabinets. So now when you look in there, it's all nice and neat and you can see it and find it. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess we are running full bore with no delay.
Yeah.
1 second delay and 1080p. So we are advancing
Yeah.
to a better high quality show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I got front yard picked up. I had been like, I had a whole bunch of boxes and stuff out there that I wanted to burn. And then I changed my mind and I wasn't going to burn it because they said it was going to rain today. And it kept looking and feeling like it wanted to rain. And then it didn't rain. So anyway, I just tore up all the boxes and put them in the trash can. I just get it done.
yeah, I guess we're color coordinated today.
Oh, we're color coordinated?
Yeah,
well,
you-
no, I'm
Well, you
blue.
got blue and white checkers. It's blue and white checkers. Just because my checkers are small don't mean that they ain't blue and white.
They're black.
That's what Miranda was saying. She's freezing. Yeah. We one of the main reasons that they have what they call a winter field day for speaking of freezing, Miranda, they call it a winter field day is because they take all the amateur ham radio operators all across the country and everyone has to they get involved with the field day nationwide and participate in all types of different weather conditions, whether it be snow, cold, rain, whatever. And while I was on the radio last night, all the guys up north, when we would say we're down here in North Florida, they were almost kind of envious of us, honey.
Oh, yeah, I bet they were.
Yeah. So, but that's another thing. And I'm not going to go into the video much at all, but I've got a real good idea of how I'm going to present it. So let's see, we got Chris, 18 inches of snow, frozen pipes, no showers.
Ow.
Oh, and ham radio canopy snapped from the snow and the antenna is leaning over.
Oh, no.
We had a lot of one hotels out there. One hotels is one person in a home, letter H, right? So, when I was making my contacts last night, I noticed that there were a lot of people that didn't actually go out to the parks or out in the RVs or out in the command centers.
Right. No.
They was all in the house.
Yeah.
You got a lot of different people that belong to the different ham organizations or clubs, and they were all broadcasting from their own house, one hotel. But we were talking to Missouri, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia. Got a lot of North Texas, Missouri, Oklahoma. Yeah, that was quite intense. That was quite intense last night. The waves were jam packed.
Yeah.
So anyway, what you got on your mind, dear? What is on your mind? What are you thinking about?
It's kind of a blank slate. I'm tired.
Kind of a blank
just
slate.
kind of a blank slate.
So you're just wanting me to carry on again.
Yeah, till somebody asks me something I can answer.
Could somebody please ask her a question so that I can get her to talk?
Yeah. I'm tired.
Well, I mean, we're tired every week, but that's besides
No,
the
not
point.
usually.
Yeah.
Usually Sundays are pretty
Yeah.
lax.
So how was your day without me while I was over there?
Well, it was busy. I had plenty to do.
Did you think about me at all while I was gone?
No, I was just concentrating on that.
You didn't think about me one bit.
No, I knew you was all right.
I thought about you the whole time I was over there.
Yeah, because you wanted me over there to run the camera for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So, but anyway, no, she actually went out there yesterday, Tammy. I mean, I don't want to talk about the video too much, but we don't actually get out and about very much.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. And we
And-
really had a good time yesterday.
and
We
so,
really did.
I'm just gonna kind of say, so what I did is I asked Tammy to come along yesterday to because we were going to be doing a lot of setup and stuff to help run the camera and stuff. Well, anyway, she met a friend.
Yeah, I did. I made
Yeah.
a friend yesterday. I
Yeah.
did.
So why don't you go ahead and discuss and talk about your excursion out there and how you met her and you guys hit it off. You know, I mean, all that kind of stuff. So don't let me tell the whole story now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a lot to tell, but I really did enjoy her. She's getting close to 80. She's like 79, and she'll be 80 this year. And she still gets on her Norder track 2 or 3 times a week. They live on the second story of their house. The way their house is built and made is the first level is kind of like it would be like a cellar up north, but here, it's Florida, so it's not. It's where a laundry room and all that stuff is. They actually live on the second floor, and then the third attic floor space is workshop space. She has her sewing machine up there, and he has whatever it is that he does up there, and it's just this big open room. And any project they want to take on, they just go up there and do it. But it keeps their main house nice and tidy because all the other stuff is either up or below. And she's just a neat little old lady. She really is. I mean, you would not honestly think she was 80. I didn't think she was that much older than me when we first started talking.
Yeah, 80's up there.
Yeah. And she's a treat. She was a treat.
Tammy, you
I
got
don't
some
know what
questions
else.
up there regarding
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit red, and plus your sister noticed something.
Okay, well, I'm trying.
Down here.
Okay,
Wanda the chicken lady.
I'm going. I don't see what it says.
Well, Wanda said,
Okay, yeah, I did move the empties. Yeah, I moved all the empties to the bottom two. Both of those bottom shelves are like the
spare
empty
jars.
jams and jellies and peppers and all that stuff. And there's like probably only 2 trays of quarts down there. The rest of it's all little jars. And then, yeah, it's time for me to start reloading those jars. So I'll probably do like a prepper haul here for too long because I've been letting it run down because I'm almost done with the stuff that says I got to get rid of it in 23. So I really need to get it going. It's 26. So,
Yes, you really don't need to be doing too much now
so I
because
went ahead and used up. I had I made my little sister's a vegetarian. Y'all know that. I've told you that 100 times. Anyway, so I made her a pasta salad for supper for helping me, and yeah, I was supposed to use them by 7:23. So, and they were perfectly fine. They're vacuum sealed. They were absolutely fine. Yep, they tasted just fine. They were good.
yeah,
They were good.
yeah.
And but I need to get rid of it, and then yeah, I'll be replacing it with stuff that says 27, 28. So then I don't have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah, well, you ought not to
Yeah.
worry about it too quick now because we're going to get started on.
Well, yeah, no, it's gonna be after. I'm not doing a haul like that. I'm not putting anything else in here until after we remodel. Now, once I get the sink in and the counter and get the new shelves in, and then yeah, once I do that, then I'll start filling the jars that I've emptied. But I have been trying the last couple of months to empty as many jars as I possibly could because it's a whole lot easier to carry an empty jar than it is a full one. So we're working through it. I'm not doing a whole lot of shopping. I hadn't had any hauls because I hadn't bought anything. I did go get a box of bacon because that 10-pound box of bacon I bought like 2.5 months ago was gone. So I didn't have any more bacon, and we like our bacon.
Oh gosh, that bacon's so good.
So I went and got one more. I got another 10-pound box of bacon, divided it up into 1-pound packs, stuck it in the freezer, and now I got it. Another 2 months, done. I think that's about all. I bought a little bit of bread on clearance, just cause I've been too busy. We're building traps again. He brought us that load of traps, so I hadn't had time to make no bread. I just picked up some, so I don't have to worry about it. And that's about it. That's about it.
I just hope one thing I was going to tell, and I'm just still trying to warn Tammy that when we get started on this renovation, that I just hope that we can kind of move along as fast as we need to accommodate her.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna end up having to work in phases, I guess
Yeah.
you could say.
Uh,
Now Tammy's sister, her place got like annihilated by that one. What was name of that storm?
it wasn't. It wasn't a named storm. It just come out of
It was a
nowhere. and-
hurricane.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't,
and it knocked a tree over.
honey.
What?
It
Okay,
destroyed.
never mind. I ain't even gonna go
It
there.
destroyed Woodville and Tallahassee.
That's the same storm
it
that
was a
went over and
no-name
wiped
storm.
out Steenhatchee. Ian or something come over here and hung a right.
No.
Yeah, and it slung that tree. Everybody in Woodville was running on generators and had tarps all over their houses.
You're exactly right, but it
Yeah.
was a storm that came out of nowhere. It didn't
That's
have
the
a
one
name.
that went up through North Carolina. No, it was a named storm.
I'm
That
not
was
go-
the same year.
I'm not gonna argue with the man.
Yes,
but
she is.
it was bad. A big pine tree fell all the way across the top of her house and ruined it.
Yeah.
And then FEMA didn't, she didn't have any insurance because it was too old to have insurance. You can't get insurance once a double wide gets that old. You can't insure it. So she just out of luck.
Yeah.
And ruined it. And FEMA gave her a pittance that wasn't enough to really do anything with. So
But she said she has some cabinets there, and so
yeah,
I'm going to go over and take a look at the cabinets that are in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to put her sink like
right
over here, and then butcher block countertop. And so I'm thinking about taking those cabinets. Unless Tammy just wants to have the shelves, we'll go look at them.
Yeah,
And then we'll see if maybe we can
better. I don't know.
maybe we can fit her some cabinets up here. I don't know. We really don't need them. We just need shelves. And then hopefully I can get this wall completely built out
In just shelving.
so that and then maybe this table might have to stay here. I don't know. It all depends on funds and financing and how things go there.
But eventually it would be like all the way.
Yeah,
The
we're gonna-
shelving would be all the way around this side.
Yeah.
All the way.
It's going to be
'Cause I
real
really
good though.
need it,
Is that this table sticks out here, about 4.5, 5 feet.
Yeah.
And if I put a 25-inch butcher block countertop over here, that's going to allow that to sink back, and then I'll have that over there. We'll have more room here in the center. But what you're going to notice is we're going to end up. She's got, an extreme amount of room right here, and we're going to pull the stove back this way a little bit, give me some more room to perform my video magic.
Yeah, it's all about his room. Yeah, but it will be closer for me too.
That
the less
and-
steps in the kitchen,
And
you
I'm
make,
gonna
the better.
put up some track lights up there. And one thing I've noticed here lately, as far as the lighting goes, and I learned this relatively late, is I got to make sure that the K levels or the Kelvin levels on all the light bulbs are the same. That way, the camera, the color and everything stays bright. And then you notice that the camera, if you've been watching the videos, they don't fade in and out. And the contrast always stays halfway decent. And the focus always works a little bit better. We're standing here watching ourselves in delay mode. I'm going to open up.
It's awful. I can't
It is
stand
like driving me nuts.
Well, thank
It's
you,
only
'cause
one.
I can't
It's
stand
only
it.
1 second behind, but still,
No, it's more than
we're
that.
watching ourselves jump all over the place. While we're trying to say something. We're real time over here, but we're
Yeah.
delayed over there. So we got the chat going. Let's see. We got Renee, Miranda, Chris. We got Wanda. And I know we'll have a few more join in. There's probably some others out there that, haven't chimed in that can. Let's see. That stove costs about the same as a ham radio. I seen you make that. We paid.
No, that stove was only $390. You can't get a radio for that.
You can get a cheap used one on eBay or something, or not a
not that low.
Maybe
Yeah,
a UHF VHF. That's it, not a HF
yeah.
radio.
I don't know.
But you're right.
Yeah, we got a great deal on the stuff.
We did get a good deal on that stove.
Yeah.
So but anyway, I can't really say a whole lot. I am absolutely well, I didn't want to complain about the surgery, but I did have the surgery. Nobody wants to hear about anybody's aches and pains,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we don't.
But just so you know, maybe because my sister-in-law is a MA, and she worked at a doctor's office for quite a long time. And I told her about how sore I was, and I can't bend over, and I can't do a whole lot of stuff. The actual area where they did the surgery and the operation is fine and no pain, but my whole body turned into like a football player the next day who hadn't practiced all year. Okay, I got so sore. I mean, if I coughed, my chest muscles hurt, my back, my neck. My neck is a little sore, I guess, from where they stuffed that tube down in there. They put me under, but she said that the anesthesia that they used to knock me out probably got into my system and caused me to. I'm telling you, I couldn't pick up my leg and move 3 inches.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I had.
As far as the sourdough goes, I can make sourdough. I have made sourdough, but Randy's not a sourdough fan. I mean, he'd rather have yeasty bread. He really, really doesn't care for the sourdough. So I don't make it because nobody'd eat it but me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Miranda, as far as the surgery I had, you brought it up. It's kind of like one of those. It wasn't a life-threatening or a life-saving type surgery. I had some kind of fatty tumor, and it was on the inside of my thigh, and they went in there and cut it out. But I actually think what they did, I think that they manhandled me, and somebody had me up around the shoulders and the neck, and then they had some other ones down there grabbing my legs, and they twisted me like a pretzel because that's what it feels like, And then Tammy's new friend out there says that when they actually do surgery on people and they want you to be still and not move, they strap you down. So they probably turned me all kinds of different directions and strapped me down to the table because I am sore. I do. I feel like I play football. Of course they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they're funny.
But they told me in about 48 hours I was going to be like really, really sore. But I thought they meant where the surgery was going to happen, and not my entire body. So anyway, that is out of the way, and I'm actually doing
yeah, he's doing really good.
I'm doing real good. They told me to leave the bandage on there. I hadn't taken the bandage off yet, but I hadn't seen no blood pouring out anywhere, so I guess I'm okay in that arena. Nothing feels like it's being torn apart or sore or anything like that. So,
well, he went to field day 2 days in a row after the surgery, so he wasn't hurting too bad.
I went out there yesterday.
He just woke up really, really, really sore.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it was because I was up on my feet and walking around all day. Yes, I don't know. But but that's a boring topic for discussion.
Yeah.
Let's see what is a good topic for discussion? Well, for me, that was my eventful week. Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy week.
It was a busy week, but my week was more concentrated towards getting prepared, for the doctor visit and and field day that I went out there yesterday. It's been quite a few years since I went to a field day. Yeah. But I actually went out and we enjoyed it. We had coffee and donuts and we had great company. We met some great people. I haven't been to the club in a while, so there's some fellas there that I haven't met that have been around for a little bit, and we got to talking. And while we was in the ham shack, I got learned a lot more about my own radio. See, I told you I was at field day this weekend, right? So that's that's the extent of what my conversation's about.
Yeah,
But
he's all excited about that. They showed him different things on his radio that he didn't know,
oh
and
yeah, they showed me how to isolate signals, and they showed
yeah.
me how. Oh man, you and then you notch out close off all the noise. Bent foot.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch,
What?
ouch.
They bent my foot all the way back.
Oh goodness.
Oh goodness. Propose. Then what happened in the winter? Ice storms, blizzards. Yeah. See, like you guys know right now. I mean, Chris is bringing, or Elmer. Yeah, we're gonna call
Yeah.
him Elmer. Elmer is bringing up a really good point. Okay. And this is mainly what the video that I'm going to do on the field day is going to promote. And I know I'm talking about radio again. All right. But let's actually talk about preparedness
Yeah.
for a moment. Okay. Because everybody wants to be prepared. I'm going to ask, how many of you actually have a ham radio or have access to a radio that you can call for assistance? Those of you that live in the path of all this storm where you're going to be losing electric, you're not going to have any heat, you're not going to have any way of communicating with anybody on the outside, you're not going to have any way of receiving
Well, they still have their
any
cell
news.
phone.
I know.
I mean, cell service.
Well, see, here's another thing. I was talking with Ed today,
Uh-huh.
another fellow ham operator.
Right. Okay.
He says cell phones are not guaranteed, okay, communications. All right. Because if power goes out, so can cell towers.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, if you actually think about it, yeah, they got, some of them are on generators and stuff like that. But I mean, and not only that, think about Verizon, the outages that Verizon had just from the computer hacks. But anyway, so, in the video, I'm going to kind of talk about ham radio being the missing link between you and actually being prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing that you need to know, you can go get on the radio right now and you can hear what's going on in all these different areas where all these storms are.
Right.
See, right now you have no clue. Okay. But you can actually get the information that you need. If there was, a natural disaster, or if there was an imposed disaster, that caused us to be out of communication, without any source of news broadcast or cell phone or internet. We got Starlink. So trust me, we're going to have internet. Okay.
Well, so they say.
But
So they say.
But when something like that happens, dedicated amateur ham radio operators spring into action.
Yeah.
Okay, like our club, we have access to, 100-foot telescoping tower with, a 3-band, 20-meter. What is it? 10, 15, 20-meter. I'm looking at you.
I know.
Oh, you want
looking
me to
at
look at
me.
him? Okay. 10, 15, and 20-meter Yagi beam antenna. And, we have a command center where we can line up 4 or 5 radios and we can make contact with all the different stations all over the country. And all you got to do when something like that happens, flip on your radio. And you can probably tune into just about any band that's functioning at the time and listen to what's going on. So, in a time of a natural or imposed disaster and you get cut off, all you got to do is flip on the radio. You don't have to actually join a club. You don't actually have to get involved, but knowing how to turn the radio on and tune in and listen is something that I think everybody should be involved with. I'm a firm advocate in that. And the reason I say that too is because I grew up on radios as a kid. Okay. And we did live at that point, kind of like up north in Akron, Ohio. And my dad was in the service oriented industry, and we had a shop and a tow truck. Well, that CB radio was kind of like a link to a lot of different people who actually had the radios in their car. Everybody had CB radio in their car back then.
Back then.
Everybody watched Smokey and the Bandit, okay? But you know, he could get calls on his CB and he would monitor the emergency channels and he would actually go out and assist and help people in that shape and form, you know? So, I mean, and I grew up with a CB radio in my bedroom. And having communication to, you know, other people outside of the media
Right.
household.
Now a CB won't do you. so
Now
much good.
CB
Yeah.
really won't do you kind of any good.
Yeah, because nobody else has one.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Chris Elmer said power is out, roads are blocked, conditions are harsh.
WFD, make sure hams can still get on the air when it's uncomfortable, not convenient.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
what the winter. Oh, that's what he meant by WFDs and Winter Field Day,
Yeah.
and that's what the Winter Field Day was all about. Making sure that hams can get on the air in certain adverse conditions.
And we did, and we talked. You know, he talked to people right in the middle of those storms. You know, they were up and running.
Yep. A lot of one hotels, a lot of people in their home on the air. And Winter Field Day is, I guess the way to put it is it's time. It's a scheduled event that you can actually get more accustomed to using your radio, get more accustomed to you know, how it functions, get accustomed to making contacts on the radio, and you know, and just reaching out and getting over that mic fright. That's a big thing in our club. A lot of the guys in our club, you know, are actually afraid to talk. They got ham radio, but they're actually afraid to talk. I was actually trying to get some of the guys to kind of talk to the camera, or you know, talk about, you know, the Field Day and ham radio. I couldn't get nobody. I said, you want to come over here and join me and let's talk about this a little bit? And they go, nope.
No.
They didn't mind standing there and waving at the camera, but they didn't want to come up and promote themselves and talk about it in front of the camera. And I don't blame it. You know, everybody's a little camera shy, I guess, when you first get started. You know, you worry about, you know, what people are going to think about, how you're going to sound. You know, I don't care. Let's see. I was.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was One Mobile in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Okay.
See, that's the 1M, One Mobile.
Okay.
He was One Mobile. So where were you mobile at? In your car, truck? We was in the command center. We had 3 radios going. We was 3M NFL. So he's testing me.
Oh.
He is testing me.
Because he's an Elmer. That's what he's.
Yeah, because he's the Elmer. He's quizzing me. Make sure I know what I'm talking about. So anyway, let's see. Is there anything out? Anybody have any questions or anything like that as far as like the radio? I know some of you had said that you were interested, like when in the comments on the other one. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yes, he was in his car till the ham canopy snapped. Yep, we got Kat, our journey. Welcome, Kat. Hey. Oh, Kat, just in case you want to know, we are on our Starlink connection. And I don't know if anybody's been buffering at all, but I'm also broadcasting in 1080p with a 1-second delay. How about that?
All that, whatever that meant. We are liking the Starlink. He's really liking that Starlink.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
I get,
is.
you know, because
And it was the same cost we were paying. It's not like
it's not
like we exorbitantly went over our budget.
We was out there talking about
Same
ham
budget.
radio, you know, on Field Day, and I had told Ed about us getting Starlink. And he goes, "Oh man, this thing's so expensive." You know, and I told him, I said, well, when we first started to try to do live stream, I checked, it was $150 a month plus the equipment. But now for $80 a month, I pay $83 to Verizon, you know, for the service that we have right now that you guys had to endure.
Right.
Right. Okay. 720 and buffering all the time. But right now, with the same cost, we're able to
Yeah, same money, and we're not
beat it.
buffering.
And we're more independent now
Yeah.
with the Starlink system than we are with the with the MoFi router cell phone
Yeah.
kind of way to go. And as
Mm.
far as we got clouds, we got rain.
Yeah, we're totally covered
and
up.
you
in
guys,
clouds.
we're not being affected, by the weather for the streaming. Apparently, nobody's complaining.
Yeah, we thought that we might have to cancel because they said we were going to have a pretty ugly rainstorm, and it this place is so funny. Either you get bombarded or you get skipped. Today we got skipped. It went skip, 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 skip all
We
the
didn't
way
totally
around us.
get skipped. I heard the sprinkling
It
on the.
sprinkled for 2 seconds. Wasn't even enough to wet your hair, and then it stopped. So we just caught one tiny little outer band or something, and it just left.
We
us
caught the tail
alone.
end. It come over there and went.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah, so we got that part of it, and what we got? What kind of this next week? It's going to be nasty, 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 nasty.
What?
Well, it's going to be in the 20s.
Right, we're fixing to go down really, really, really cold.
We're
For
gonna-
us, it's really, really,
Really
cold.
cold. So it's going to
Yeah.
probably limit us on. Well, I don't know. During the daytime, if we can get up into high 40s, we should be able to get out and get a little bit of work done. But I'm gonna tell you what, if that wind's kicking,
Mm-mm.
that ain't happening.
If it's 40 degrees and the wind's 20 miles an hour or
No.
more, no.
Nope.
I'm not leaving my nice comfy chair. Not happening.
I
Not
sit.
happening.
I sit there in the camper. The camper's not totally 100% like we're toasty, right?
Yeah.
We do need to wear warm clothes, but I take a jacket or a blanket. When I'm sitting at the desk
Mhm.
in the mornings, and I pull that up my legs, and then I got this little black box kind of heater,
Space heater.
a little space heater. I stick it down there and I point it up into the blanket, and I just let it feel that heat, and I move it so the heat can come up and rise. Yeah, I stay toasty that way. And then if it gets actually too cold, we turn the 3
Oh my
burners on the stove
gosh.
on. Yeah, I don't know what we do.
Foot of snow and still snowing. Oh, I'm
It is
sorry.
still snowing,
I'm
cat.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
About 3
We whining about 20 degrees and you got all that.
Yeah.
Your infrastructure is set up for it. Here, it is not.
Well, hopefully she's got one of them big 6-foot wide fireplaces,
Yeah.
or a nice, really, really, really hot wood stove on top of having, heat, central heat or whatever.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Below 25 and 15 at night.
Yeah, I remember when we lived up in Ohio, the first thing my dad did when when he showed up, my dad, of course, guys know he's my adopted stepfather. He adopted me when I was younger, right? But when he first met my mom, all we had was electric heat. And when he got around, he went in and he built a fireplace, and he put in one of those black cone fireplaces that are kind of like half mooned on the front. You know what I'm talking about? And the stack that goes to the ceiling, and then loaded it up with a dump truck load of coal out on the side of the house, and we actually used the coal in that fireplace to heat the house. Miranda's vacuum cleaning. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but Tammy's sister is inside cleaning.
Yeah, she's
And she is
vacuuming.
going to town.
Yeah. It's
I
a good
lo-
thing she loves to clean.
Yeah. I love my sister-in-law. She does come out here
Yeah,
quite
well,
often and
Randy
help.
that was what he did earlier.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
week. The first part of the week, her alternator went out. And we had to go get her off the side of the
Oh
road.
yeah, I was
and-
supposed to do a video on the Starlink setup, right?
Right.
So she calls me up on the phone, and I was going to do that video, and I said I ain't got time. And then she goes, "Well, if you ain't got time, I'll just call somebody else. I'll come get the alternator and let them do it." Oh boy, that made me mad.
That was after we picked her up. We didn't tell her to sit on the side of the road, y'all.
Yeah.
We went and got her and brought her to the house. and there was no fixing it. We had to order the alternator, and the alternator came in like what, the next day
2 days later.
or 2 days. It was 2 days.
Oh
later.
yeah, but I had to go when we went to go pick her up. The jumper cables we had were like a piece of crap, right? So I couldn't jump her car off. So I ended up taking the battery out of our truck and me running off of our alternator. I put that in her car. So remember, that's a neat little trick. Okay. And you could just use somebody else's battery. But I told her she had to head straight to the house. Well, when I went to take my battery off, my battery terminal broke.
Yeah, our battery terminal broke.
Yeah, so I had 2 pieces of lead in my hand. I'm going, wow, how in the hell that happened, right? So I had to go to the local hardware store and I picked me up, another
set.
Another battery terminal end, and then I fixed that when I got home. But
Yeah.
she was powerless. She had nothing, no way to go. So I ended up putting her battery on the charger, my battery charger, for a couple, 3-4 hours while she was hanging out. And then I put that in her car and back in her truck. And then I gave her my battery charger. And so for a couple days, what I told her to do was when you get home, because the alternator's not charging the battery. I said, you're going to get home and you're going to take the battery charger and you're going to charge the battery in your truck, and you're going to do that overnight. If you take that truck and you go anywhere, you got to make sure that when you get there that you got a plug where you can plug an extension cord in and then run that battery charger out to the truck and keep that battery charged. So she operated like that for a couple of days.
Yeah, 2 days.
And so her alternator came in, and then
Randy was good. We were almost all set up to do the Starlink video. We were going to do a video on installing the Starlink for you, and then
that's when she called up and made me feel bad.
It made him feel bad because he said he couldn't do it that day. He would do it the next day. And she's like, well, I'll just come get it and I'll go.
No, she said, I can, you got the alternator. I'm going to come and you can put it on. And I said, well, I'm busy. I got, I don't have time right now. And then tomorrow I got surgery.
Right.
Okay. And then Saturday and Sunday I got field day. And so she says, well, I'll just go find somebody else to do it,
Yeah,
so I said, so anyway, I clicked, I was done, right? So she's going to go, she's going to come get her alternator. Anyway, I called her back and I said, I said, are you on your way out here? I said, hurry up and get out here. Okay. We only got like 2 hours of light left. She says, well, I just got off of work, so I'm going to be a little bit. So she come out and I started working on getting that alternator off of there.
It was like 8 o'clock before he got it back on because it was all messed up and jerry rigged under there.
Yeah, I don't know who worked on that thing before, but they did some stuff to that alternator to get it mounted to that damn truck that I ain't never seen in my entire life.
It took him an hour to figure it out.
You can't see. It's one of those ones where you got to reach up like this and you got to take your hand and you got to kind of like feel for the nut on the back of the thing.
Yeah, it's an older Nissan.
And anyway, what should have been a 20 or 30-minute job turned into a 2-3 hour job because I had no clue. You know what they did? They took and they stuffed a bolt through the top bracket, and then they used a nut for a washer. Okay, they didn't put the original nut on there that would screw into the alternator. They took a smaller bolt, pushed it through with a nut. So when you looked up there, it looked like it had a nut for a bolt on the front of the bracket. Right, well, I'm sitting there. I'm going home. I said, this thing's still turning. So I just kept going like that. And I said, this is supposed to screw right out of the alternator. How come it ain't coming out? So I'm just going like this. And I said, well, maybe it's a long bolt. So I just kept turning it. And anyway, it didn't come out. So then I get up there and I put my hand on the back, and there's not supposed to be a nut there. It's supposed to screw into the alternator. There's a nut. So anyway, I said, okay, the nut's on the back. So I went on the back and I started turning on that. And it still ain't going. I get up there, I could see it with a light, but you couldn't reach up there and see it with a light at the same time. So I started pulling back, and so I was turning it and it wasn't coming out. So what I figured out I had to do is I had to what I figured out was that the bolt that was going through the nut was spinning around on the inside. So then I had to figure out that that was an 11 millimeter nut that was countersunk into another nut. So then I had to, anyway, whatever. I got it. All right. I got 11 millimeter on that little tiny bolt head. And I got, yeah. And then once I figured it out, I was able to get it. I know that. I know that's a long way around to getting a bolt out for an alternator, but anyway, that's what it was.
He was.
But I
so
had,
aggravated.
no, I just put you guys through the same pain that I went through. You had to listen to me explain that, okay? And when I told Miranda about that bolt, I told her I ain't putting it back together like that
Yeah.
because that just ain't the way it's done. And so I said, we're going to have to wait till tomorrow. And she says, so you're not going to have it going tonight? And I
Didn't say it like that.
it was kind of like that. So
Well,
she,
she
what
had
are
to
you
go to
going to do?
work.
I said, well, I can put it back together just the way it is, but I need your authorization to do it because that's
It
just
ain't
something.
right.
It ain't right. And that's just not the way I do things. And so she said, so what are you going to do? Just put it back in? So I just put it in. I said, yeah. Okay. Will I be able to get home? Yeah. Okay. She thought I was going to put the old alternator
back
old
in
alternator
there.
back
No.
back on the car. And I'm out there all this time and I'm putting this alternator on there. And so I come out. She says, am I going to make it home? Do I have to take the battery charger? Has the battery got enough charge on it? And I said, well, you got an alternator. I said, alternator's going to charge the battery when, you start heading down the road. I said, you should be okay.
Yeah.
So she said, you put the new one on? And I said, yep, I sure did. Anyway, so she called today. She says, this is like 3 days later, right? So she calls up today. She finally today is going to come pick up the tools I left laying out there. Okay, because I said, Miranda, you could have at least helped me clean up, right? You can come out and clean. So she's going to anyway. I already picked up all the tools.
He'd already picked them up.
But I guess she's out here, and she came and she's been here, and she told me, she says the truck is running wonderfully.
Yeah.
So anyway, I told my dad, I said, why don't you come over here and put this alternator on? He says, He said, that's a Nissan. I ain't working on Nissan.
Yeah.
Boy, Tammy makes some good tea.
Yeah, he drank his and mine.
Well, she doesn't understand. She says, oh, you're such a hog. You always eat so much all the time. You eat everything.
I do not.
I'm twice her size. I can drink twice as much tea as her. Okay, so that's the end of that saga, that story.
I
But,
feel for you guys with all that snow.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
You guys up there having to
-3.
do all that. I hope we are relieving
Oh.
some of your pain right now,
Yeah, at least you got somebody to laugh at.
or somebody to distract you from what might be going on. Actually, it's probably not a good idea. You probably need to be paying attention to what's going on out there. But yeah, it is. It's going to be getting dark. It's going to be getting colder. And there's more snow coming. I hope you guys are all prepared for that.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
will
growing
be.
up, my dad, we had the service truck and it had a plow on the front. So, we could plow our way out of, any situation. Plus, we had the radios. So
Keeping me laughing.
was something.
Yeah.
Keeping me laughing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys find this so entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, we never, see that, and that's the thing. I said, Tammy, I said, people watch us talk, they're enjoying it and they're getting a kick out of us. And she said, no, they're not.
They're not. They're just back there going, oh.
But she's watching all these other folks on their YouTube channel, and they're not trying to be funny, or they're just trying to have good conversation, and she's cracking up watching them. But anyway, whatever. It's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
you can laugh at other people's mishaps or laugh at their stories because you can relate. It's kind of like the way you look at it is it's not funny right now. because I had to live through it and let it hurt. But in 6 months, it's funny.
Funny. Yeah.
You know, because it's something that you live through, and it's something, you know, it's something that's in the past. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
You
living.
made it, so you might as well laugh at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Last week,
Has anybody got their seed catalog? Y'all got your seeds ordered?
what
They
they gonna?
finally sent me my catalog. I went through and I wrote down everything I wanted. Yeah, it's like $50, and I'm like,
$50? I don't
yeah,
know
it's
why.
45.
You need to start saving your seeds, huh?
Well, I do save seeds, and I have some. You know, I got my magic pumpkins, and I got my roselles, and I got some peas.
Right.
But
You still have those okra seeds?
yeah, I saved my okra seeds too. Yeah, I
That-
did. Those
okay.
Stewart Z Best, y'all. If you can grow okra where you live and you like okra, oh my gosh, Stewart Z Best is the best.
What was that
They
other
are
one? We did it.
so
We did a
good.
video on okra.
Yeah,
We actually had
did,
video.
yeah, somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, because we grew 2 different kinds out here, and so Tammy brought them in here, and you know they had what was that short one?
The Alabama Red. So I
The
had
Alabama Red.
that
She
little
said, "Do
short
not
thing.
ever grow an Alabama
Yeah,
Red."
I don't like Alabama Reds. They're too thick. You know, they're too thick walled, and
And if you leave them
the
out, they
seeds
get.
are real big, and they can't get past there before they get hard. No, I don't like
But
them. I
that
don't
Z
like 'em.
Best can be at any
But
length,
that
any
Z
stage, and
Best
it's
can
like,
be that long, and you still cut it with a butter knife
I
all the way
I
down.
can sit there.
They
and
are so good.
eat
The
it
seeds are
raw.
little. You know, you let them. You know, if you miss it, if you didn't see it, you know, and it gets that long, you know, they're best when they're probably about that long. But if they got that long overnight, not a big deal because you could still cut it with a butter knife. Those are the best okra ever. Best flavor.
Kat says she
They are
likes the. Do you have any experience with the Clemson spineless or
Yeah,
the?
but the same thing.
Oh,
The Crimson
if you let it
spineless,
overgrow.
If you let it get too big, if you miss it, which is not hard to do when you get in my age, you miss them, and then they're hard as a rock. You know, and I don't like them once they get hard like that, and when the seeds get so big.
Well,
So
especially when you forget to go pick them, and
yeah,
you
when
haven't
you
been
don't
out
pick,
there for
yeah,
a little
what I
while.
say.
You go out there and they're that long, and
Yeah, no
then you got to use a chainsaw to cut them
chainsaw
off.
to cut them. No, I don't want those. But those Stewart Z Best, I've had some that long. You know, like almost 18 inches. I mean, they were huge. Still cut them with a butter knife.
We're gonna grow some of those this year, and so
Oh yeah, I
and,
saved all. I
and
saved.
so when we get
four-
to that point,
yeah.
we do a fried okra video.
Yeah, do fried okra. I love fried okra.
Yeah, I do. I love fried okra too.
Yeah,
I
I like
do
it
it.
in gumbo or even just what do they call that? It's just tomatoes, okras, and it's tomato beans and okra. What is that called? Succotash. I like succotash over rice, and I like gumbo, and I like fried okra. I just like okra.
Yeah.
I've never tried Star of David. No, I've never tried Star of David, but the Crimson Spineless is supposed to be like the most popular around here, and everybody grows it. But I really don't, unless you catch it, it gets too old too fast.
Kat wants to know what it's called again.
Stewart, like the name Stewart, Z Best.
Is it STEWART or STUART?
That one. UART.
Okay.
Stewart.
Stewart.
Stewart Z Best, and I say ZE. It's either ZEEBEST or ZEABEST. I'll have to look, but I mean I already have the seeds, but they're probably in the book. I mean, I probably could look it up.
She wants to know how you I keep them from getting slimy.
Well, you don't. Okra's always slimy.
Yeah, okra's always
Okra is slimy. I mean,
but now,
if
if you fry it, if you batter and fry
well,
it,
when you batter it and fry it, it's some of it's going to come out, but I mean, it's still a gelatinous. It's going to be gelatinous because it is what it is. I mean, the okra has that slimy, but I like it.
yeah, yeah. Elmer hadn't. He said he never had okra until he saw the movie Green Mile.
I don't remember it being in the Green Mile.
Maybe
I don't remember okra being in the Green Mile. I mean, I saw the Green Mile. I mean, it's been a long, long time ago, but I don't remember okra.
Did the seeds ever go bad? Did we talk about that yet?
Do the seeds go
The
bad?
okra
I
seeds?
wouldn't. I mean, nothing lasts forever, but I mean,
I
they'll
would
last two or
imagine even
three.
after like a 5-year period, as long
Yeah, I
as you
mean, they
kept.
last a couple of years, especially if you froze them. I mean, you kept them cool or whatever.
We got Miss Rosanna
Roseanne's
Rosanna.
in, yeah.
Good evening, Tammy and Randy.
Okay, then I'm not growing it.
What's it? What?
I guess because you can't get the slime out. You can't get the slime out. Yeah, you can't get the
Well,
slime out.
you got to have okra.
Oh, it was his last meal. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't pay that close of attention. But yeah. Oh yeah, they ain't nothing better than fried okra and cornbread and yeah, pork chops.
Well, I like fried okra. You know what you get when we went to the Hoggly Woggly? They had the fried okra. It was fried chicken. And
Yeah, it's fried chicken and
yeah,
fried
you
okra.
get your fried chicken and get your fried okra.
Or you fried gizzards. And,
Oh yeah, gizzards and fried. Oh yeah. Oh
fried
yeah.
chicken gizzards.
Absolutely.
And, fried chicken
Fried
gizzards
chicken
and
gizzards.
fried okra.
I used to love getting me
You
some
can
chicken
tell we
gizzards.
live in the South. Everything's fried.
Well, what I like to do with the
Yeah.
chicken gizzards, I get the chicken gizzards and then I sprinkle hot sauce on them.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
know,
have hot sauce
You
on
know,
them,
kind of
okay?
like my rendition of a fix for chicken wings at the moment in time.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. I do that with Tammy's fried chicken. She bring fried chicken in, I take and I sprinkle me some hot sauce on there if I've been craving chicken wings for a little while.
Me too. I love plain old boiled okra, but now he won't eat it like that either.
What are you talking about?
Just straight boiled okra.
Oh, boiled okra?
Yeah, where you pick it up and it just slimes. I mean, it's like
I
total
don't-
slime that way.
I don't
Now,
like
that is, if you don't like slime, you definitely won't want a boiled okra. But to me, I love that. And one of the funniest pictures I have of my daughter, she's about, I don't know, 3 years old, and I didn't think she'd eat it. I honestly didn't think she'd eat it, but I put some boiled okra up on her high chair tray, and you should have seen her. Oh, she just slashes.
She
oh,
goes,
it was so good. And
Now,
my
there's one
daughter
thing I do
mean,
like.
she had okra from one side of her face to the other, and she was steady shoving. Now she probably wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. but
Yeah, I don't
back
know
then
how we
she
got on the
really liked
subject
it.
of okra, but I like the okra, and it can be it's gonna be a little slimy. The pickled okra, you know, when you eat it raw and pickled, I like that. Eat gizzards with lots of hot sauce. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I used to make my stuffing. I used to make cornbread dressing. No, not stuffing. I'm not real big on making bread dressing because I don't like it. He likes it, and I tried really hard to make him some for Christmas this year. I tried making just bread stuffing, and they ate it, but they said I could improve. So whatever that means. But
Right.
I make banging cornbread dressing. It is good. Now, his dad doesn't like it because he doesn't like cornbread dressing at all. But now Randy will sit and eat a half a pan of my cornbread dressing. And I used to put the livers and gizzards and stuff in it, but over the years, I don't know. Our love
I like the way she
our
makes
love
it
for
now.
chicken livers kind of faded. So I still put the gizzards in there, but I don't put the livers anymore.
She says, Miranda says she likes to eat fresh oysters.
Oh yeah. Well, if
we-
you like oysters, that's about the same as okra.
Yeah, if you can swallow a fresh oyster, you can swallow you some raw or some slimy okra.
Oh, and let me tell you my new recipe. My next video is going to be called mock oyster stew. And Randy really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
He
enjoyed it.
really, really enjoyed it. So I wasn't a big fan. I'm not gonna lie. I was not a big fan. I made it, and I made it exactly like my sister told me my daddy taught her how to make it, which he must have learned when he was over in Louisiana, because I have never seen that done here. But it's called mock oyster stew. There's no oysters involved. That's why
Oh,
it's called mock.
but the sauce or
Yeah,
the base and everything's all
yeah,
the
the
same.
base is exactly the same.
And then you can take veggies, or you take a veggie or whatever. And
Yeah, we're not gonna tell you. I'm just
I ain't
gonna
gonna
do
tell
it.
you.
But yeah, mock, MOCK. You're exactly right. Mock oyster stew. means not oyster stew, but it looks and has kind of the same consistency
And flavor.
and yeah, well, he says and flavor, and he and my sister ate. I probably made
I swallowed that.
I probably made a half a gallon, and between the two of them, they ate it because I didn't care for it.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't care for it, but they did. They really enjoyed it. So that's my next video.
I did. So yeah, we'll do that. You know, but you know, don't count on it like being like totally awesome. You might not like it,
What?
but it's really good.
What now?
The mock oyster stew.
Well, what did you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
You did.
I did.
What did you say?
Well, you know, when you watch, you know, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
It is gonna
Except
be
to
good.
me.
Yeah, I mean, go back and watch the. She made an oyster stew video.
Yeah, I
you
do
could
have a
actually
real
go back
oyster
and
stew
watch
video.
a real oyster stew video.
Our son brought us some oysters. It wasn't enough to really fry, because you know.
But we made an oyster stew
But I made an oyster stew
video
you know,
out of that.
But yeah, this one's called mock, and yeah, she said, you know, that Daddy used to make it for her. You know, 'cause she's vegetarian, so there's no meat in the soup. So anyway, she said that Daddy used to make it for her, but it had to be when they were living in Louisiana. I honestly, like I said, have never heard of that here at all. So if you live in Louisiana and you know about a mock oyster stew, you just tap in there.
Don't we have a video on your cornbread dressing?
Yes,
We do,
we do.
Miss Miranda. We do
We
have
do.
a video
do.
on that in case you want to go back and view it.
Yeah.
You just do a search for the cornbread dressing.
Yeah, I think so.
Cornbread dressing. I think that's what
Yeah, I
it
think I
is.
called it cornbread dressing. I'm sure I called it cornbread dressing.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, he can probably find it faster because he can.
I'm gonna look and see if
If I want to go back and look at one of my old videos, I go to Google and I punch in all about living and then what I want to look for. And most of the time it'll come up on Google. But yeah, I do definitely have cornbread dressing. And in order to make the cornbread dressing, you got to make the cornbread. So there's a cornbread recipe. and
Okay.
There's actually 2 or 3 cornbread recipes because I did one with my grandkids when they were here because they asked me to make them some cornbread. And I did one long before that, for the channel, just to make cornbread.
I bet you want to know what that link is for.
Yeah, that's cornbread dressing right there.
It's. I don't know if it's one of our older style videos.
I don't know.
It
I mean,
might-
I'm sure it's been around a pretty good while because I would have done that. You know, all of the first year and a half were you know, things that I cooked all the time, and then after that, I started trying new stuff out of my old cookbooks or whatever, or going through them to remind myself of something that I did used to cook because I run out of stuff that was like already in my brain. It was already in my what do they
Yeah.
call that, brain Rolodex?
Yeah. Now, one thing that
Oh,
you
my
know,
leg
we
is
are
cramping.
eventually over time. We are in no hurry because we have plenty of time. Is that a lot of the older videos that we did in the past? You know, we'll probably redo a lot of them. You know, because actually, you know, when you got like 600 something videos in there, you know, nobody can go in there unless they are like relatively insistent, you know, and key in everything on the channel to search for like what they would like to have for dinner. You could go to our Tammy's Cooks.
Yeah.
That's
Probably.
pretty good. Okay. I don't think we never did put out a video, even if I did taste test and I didn't like it, we didn't put it out. You know,
Right,
there's
no.
many times we did a whole video.
No,
And
not
I-
that many times, maybe 3. In the 3 years, we
And-
probably not put out you know, I'd find something that
I'd say half a dozen or so.
no,
We
not that
didn't
many.
do that.
Not that many. But if I looked at one of my old cookbooks and it sounded good, or it sounded like something that I had or made before, then I would follow the recipe. And then if we didn't like it, well, I'm not going to show you something I don't like. I mean, you know.
I thought Tammy was talking about bread dressing. She was cornbread dressing.
No, he started out talking about bread dressing, and then
No.
he went to
Miranda said, "I thought Tammy was talking about bread dressing."
Yes, because
That's where
up
that's
above that, we were.
right.
You're behind. It's okay. It's okay.
I found the video to your cornbread dressing, so I
Right,
put
but
it up there.
we were originally talking about bread stuffing.
Bread stuffing.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Bread is stuffing, cornbread is dressing. I guess you could say it like
Oh,
that.
I guess maybe I misunderstood because she said bread dressing. You got
Yeah.
bread stuffing, and then you got bread dressing.
Yeah.
Here in our neck of the woods, if you're
Yeah.
talking about bread stuffing, you're talking about like stovetop stuffing
Yeah, you're
or
talking
something
about
like that.
stovetop or something.
If you
You're not
say
talking about-
bread dressing, you're talking about cornbread dressing.
Yeah, there you go.
So
He's
that's
right.
where I got confused because apparently I got turned around.
Yeah, you were turned around. We were talking
Or so
about
y'all got turned around.
bread stuffing.
Y'all got to get it straight.
No, they don't. They
Okay,
started
but
buffering.
what is bread stuffing? That's
They started buffering, and then it came back online
what?
on its own.
They might have been buffering. Depends on your internet connection too. Now
Yeah.
we got good internet speed. We're at 1080p, 1 second delay time.
Yeah.
That's Greek. Did you know that? So,
I
don't. Oh God, you guys don't have slow internet. Don't blame it on us. But but it's been doing pretty good though, hasn't it? I mean, it has been keeping up. I hope. Say yes or something so I can see what kind of delay we got, or give a thumbs up. Somebody do a thumbs up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nobody is responding. Okay. So.
We may be off.
No, we're not off. I don't think so.
Why?
I'm trying to find the. No, we're not. See that picture?
Mm-hmm.
We're right there.
Okay.
We ain't gone nowhere.
Okay.
We're still right there.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was all the same.
There goes the thumbs. Okay.
Oh wow, that was a long time.
Yeah, that's a big delay.
Wow. That's a big delay. Try it one more time. Thumbs up. Next thumbs up, I know how long behind you are. But anyway, no, you guys are fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
That's about it. It was a really busy week, but we've covered it.
yeah, we I mean we covered it, you know. I mean,
we fixed Miranda's car.
fixed the car. I went through surgery.
Surgery.
Did the ham radio
went to
field
radio
day.
2 days in a row.
Yep.
And
that's
it.
I
That's it.
am wore slap out.
Yeah.
You know, Tammy's going, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" And I'm moving like 2 inches at a time. And I'm saying, I said, "You really are going to ask me to do that, right?"
Yep, I am.
So,
wasn't that hard.
I mean, I pick up my feet a half inch up off the ground and I move it forward and I just kind of shuffle. That's how sore my muscles are. And I'm just hoping over the next couple of days that that's going to change.
Yeah.
So that's about it. What we got coming up this next week? I mean,
well, it's gonna be cold. We probably ain't gonna get to do anything. I mean, we're supposed to be building crab traps, and we got all the wire cut. Everything's cut. Oh, and then you had to.
Ow!
I'm not.
That's
hurting.
the leg I just got operated on.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, we're supposed to be building crab traps, and we got all the wire cut, and then we started to put stuff together, and then the air compressor went out.
Oh,
Again. He just put new reeds in it.
Third time. And so I said, "Oh, okay, I'm putting the reeds in wrong." Okay. And so I went out there and I took the head off, I flipped it and I turned it. It was blowing air out the wrong way. So I said, okay, that's not right. I went out there, flipped it, turned it, and put it in another position with the new reeds in there. And that didn't work. I put it anyway, I pulled the head off 3 times, readjusted the reeds and the positions 3 times, and finally realized that I had it incorrectly. So why I'm
Here, come
busting
here.
reeds on
Come
the
here.
come on, kitty,
Kitty.
kitty, come on,
Kitty, come on.
come on, come on,
Come on if you
come
coming.
on.
Come on. Nope.
So anyway,
Okay.
I don't know what the deal is. My dad told me I shouldn't buy the stainless steel reeds, that I should actually pay a little bit more money and buy the, the type of reeds I guess that came in there, because they keep cracking and busting. I don't know. But that's it's a 20-gallon air compressor. What you doing, Cat?
So as long as we can keep air compressor running and the temperature up high enough we can come outside and work,
Come
then
here.
we'll be working all this week. If not, we're gonna be sitting in there in a chair.
You guys hadn't seen Missy in a while. She's out here hanging around with us because Miranda is here with her dog.
Yeah, Miranda's got her dog here and she doesn't like her.
But here's our here's our
skinny,
oh,
pitiful.
She's fat. Ever since she learned that the first 2 years, you guys know she didn't want to have anything to do with anybody. But when she learned that the camper had heat in the wintertime,
Yeah.
we
became her best.
We became her
buddies.
best buddies, and she's actually turned out to be
she's got personality to burn.
Oh
She
yeah,
really
way
does.
past all that.
I mean, for a cat, she really does have personality.
But we're her humans. We're her humans, and she demands us to be her humans. Okay, you want me to let you down? Look at her. She is like in so much heaven right now. She's getting all her love and
something.
pet. And I'm gonna put you down, Cat. Ouch! You don't want to go down.
Come here. Come here. Oh,
Yeah.
come here.
But anyway, I know some of you know the story, some of you don't. She showed up in our backyard one day. She was about 2 months old. She come walking out of the woods. I'm talking from the woods.
Yeah.
Bare bones, wired hair, starving to
Pitiful.
death, pitiful. So I said, Tammy, go get this poor thing some food. And we couldn't get near. She wouldn't let us near. So we took the food,
And at that time, we
sat
still,
it out in the yard.
And
then,
at that time, we still had Roscoe. Roscoe was still living then.
Yeah.
And Roscoe hated cats.
Yeah.
And I really didn't think she'd last long. I really didn't. But apparently, she could hold her own, and she smacked Roscoe.
Oh, she
He
took a
got
swipe
too
at
close.
Roscoe and raked his nose.
She had every fingernail down his nose, and it got infected. It took me 2 months to get his nose fixed. He left her alone. After that, he left her completely alone. But she, other than coming up to get her food, she'd come cry and let me know that her food bowl was empty or whatever. And that's all she wanted out of us for a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't pick her up, couldn't pet her. But then after, a couple of years, I'd walk out the front door. She'd be out there and go meow, and then just roll over and throw all her legs up in the air, want me to come rub her belly.
Yeah.
She's become.
She's something.
She's
She's something. That's it.
actually, if you want to know the truth, I'm getting tired of her because all she wants is that attention.
Yeah.
But she has no friends out here. We're her only friends.
Yeah, she trained us good. That's exactly right. We are perfectly trained.
Yeah.
She whines. We look at her. She lets us know she wants in. She wants out. She wants food. She wants whatever she wants. She's letting you know. She even lets you know when it's time to go to bed.
And when to get up.
Yeah. The going to bed, though, is very annoying. She will run from us up to the bed, jump on the bed, run back down to us. I mean, it's like a dog. She's like, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed. And you're like, well, I'm not.
Anyway,
Yeah,
and I know not a lot of people are cat
Yeah, not cat.
Not-
We
not-
weren't cat people.
we
you
weren't
know,
cat. We didn't want. We just
she just was pitiful.
we felt bad for her, and she was pitiful, and so we fed her,
yeah,
and then she kind of wiggled her way
yeah,
into our life, because after Roscoe was on his way out, I said, well, what are we gonna do about
yeah,
we need a pet.
yeah.
Tammy don't want a dog. Now, I
I
don't know
don't want
why,
it.
but
Because I don't know that I got 15 years.
well, we
left,
could get a smaller dog. Roscoe was really, really, really hard to take care of because he was so big,
Yeah.
and when it come time to bathe him, he did
Yeah,
not like to be
He
bathed.
didn't like a bath.
So
and I'd
we'd have to
we'd
grab him,
both bathe
lasso
him.
him with a rope,
Yeah.
and then we'd have to take him into the shower. Our shower stall's like 4x4, right?
Yeah.
We took him in there and we turned the
We'd
water
all
on.
three
him.
have to get a shower.
Yeah, we'd all three have to get a shower because she could. I had to hold him, and she would scrub him, or vice versa. Yeah, because he did not like
He
the
did
water.
not like a bath.
He did
ever.
not like a bath. Ever,
I mean, I don't
ever,
know.
ever.
I don't. I don't know what happened to him before Rick brought him to my house. That dog never liked a bath. He would fight you like nothing. Just did not want to take a bath.
So, but maybe if we, if we do get another dog, it would be a much smaller one.
Yeah, no, I'm never gonna get. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, if we ever,
I'm not talking like a Chihuahua.
yeah, no. I mean, I don't want no tiny, teeny. No,
No, a mid-sized dog.
Yeah.
Or something
I
like
don't
that.
know. I don't know.
I don't know either. All I know is, when we got through with Roscoe, we was ready for a break
Yeah.
because he was a tough dog to take care of. There's just no two ways about it. Between the
Yeah.
fleas and between the baths and between him, chasing and killing a chicken or chasing down a cat or whatever, he was we was just ready to be done. Roscoe wasn't very friendly. I mean, with little animals.
Yeah, with other animals.
With other animals, yeah. So
kids and
yeah,
people.
the kids and people, he was
fine.
fine. No, he would go bark at Miss Corky walking down the dirt road over there
because he wanted petted.
Well, she thought he was going to bite her.
He would never bite anybody ever. But anyway,
So
I don't know, but if that's it, y'all, we can
go ahead and
we can call it good because it's been a long.
yeah,
day.
we got about an hour and a half in here. And we appreciate you guys, tuning in and I guess.
Oh wow, cats live that long? 20 and 22 years, really?
Wow. And Miranda 20 and Cat.
Well, she gonna outlive
22.
me. She's only 4. She gonna outlive me. I'll be 80 years old. She's still only be like 16.
Yeah, you might live past 80.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to 96, but we'll see.
Well, I don't know about going to 96.
Yeah,
It all
might not make
depends. If
96.
I hurt like I do right now, by the time I get 96,
You'll be ready to go.
I'll be ready to go. Just a pain tendonitis or tendonitis. Yeah, I was talking with Ed while we was out there at the on field day, right? And I said, do you wake up and are you like sore and your muscles hurt all the time? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta get up and get moved around.
Yeah. Y'all have a great night.
So anyway, y'all take care.
Go back
Hey,
in
remember, like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
That's it. And we will see you guys next week, okay?
All
right, good deal. If y'all want to keep typing, you can keep typing, but I'm gonna hang up.
right.
Auto
See you
stop.
later.
Bye. How do you? Oh, I gotta click.
Oh, I don't know what you gotta do.
I know. End stream. Let's do it like that.
Boring. Well, that was boring.
What?
Tonight, that was boring.
No, what? They actually were having